everyone, how you doing today? I'm here with a different video, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to open up your MacBook Pro and do your own maintenance and service and cleaning of the heatsink and the motherboard. You usually should do this service every couple of years because the dust and the thermal paste, it gets really old, and it gets clogged in with the dust, so you want to do this. So let's get into it. This one applies for any MacBook Pro from 2012 up to 2016, so it's pretty much the same thing, 99%. This one is a 2012 model and discontinued on 2016 model. It's an iCore 5. All right, so let's get into it. First thing first, I recommend you guys to grab yourself an iFixTek tool set. These are really durable tool set. We're going to be using the bit number 00 Phillips, and we're going to be using this other one is a T number TR6. So first thing first, you want to remove all the screws at the bottom cover. So remove the 4 screws in the front. They're all the same size in the front ones. The side ones is the same size too. Now, the back left one is a short screw, it's the same thing as the rest. The only 3 different screws are these 3, 2 mid and 1 on the right one. These are the longest screws. You can attach a magnet to the side, or you can magnetize your screwdriver. I don't like magnetizing them. Alright, once you removed everything, you just put your fingers right at the back of the plate right here and just pop it open. And the whole thing will come out pretty easy. As you can see, this one has some water damage in it. There's some kind of liquid stuff spilled right in here. So you want to clean all this air duct, like all this dirty fan. You see all this dust right here? This thing prevents it from the air going through. Next, what do you want to do? You want to ground yourself. So touch any table metal, lift your legs off the carpet. And first thing first, we want to remove the battery. To remove the battery jack, just put your fingernail right in here and just pull it upward. And that's how you disconnect the battery. Alright. Next, we don't need to remove the hard drive, and we don't need to remove the battery completely. We're gonna keep the CD-ROM right where it is. We're gonna start from this end to just lift up with your fingernail from the side the connectors for this Wi-Fi board, CD-ROM board, and the flex for the hard drive. And remove the touchpad, and then also remove this sponge off the speaker cable right here. And you want to lift it up towards the ceiling, this jack. And this other one, you want to slide it backward, so it's a sliding one. So one is sliding and this one goes up. And the fan jack is the same thing, just slide it and pull it upward towards the ceiling. Down here we have the backlight cable. Remove this plastic thing over and lift up this jack 90 degrees, the tiny jack, and then pull this cable out. Same thing with the other one. You can use your fingernail or just lift it up 90 degrees and just pull this connector flex cable for the keyboard out. And all the way to this end where the battery is, there's a connector. This is LED light inductor. Right one's right here for the battery. You have the side. And one of the last ones should be the LCD cable flex. So you want to grab this plastic thing, lift it over. Now you want to pull it towards this, slide it down to the corner. You don't want to yank it up or any angle. You want to slide it 90 degrees straight where it's coming. So it's a sliding jack. So I slide it out And then that's it. Just leave it right there. Now we're gonna change the bit. We're gonna go with the other one. This one is a Torx T6H number 6, and we're gonna start removing this screw right here, the one by the ram. You do not need to remove these 4 screws by the ram jacks, so remove this one right here. Remove this riser right here, is a tiny riser, and you can use a tweezer to just remove this one. Next, remove the screw right in the middle here, almost middle. There's a screw by the jack. The far back, and there's a 3 screws for the fan. Alright, once you remove the fan screw, you can just go ahead and lift up the fan, and there you can see all the dust piling up there. Alright, now there's another screw right here. Remove that one over there. Now we also have to remove the screws for the power jack. These are the a little bit longer ones. Alright, now that we have most of the screws out, we can go ahead and lift up the motherboard from this side. I'm not missing any screws. Nope. Okay. Now what we want to do, you want to let go free of this corner, so we just want to lift up in 45-degree angle and just pull it up slowly. There. Now we let go of that place. We want to hold it in this position in 45-degree. Lift it up slowly, and at the back here there's a cable coming for the jack, and the one goes right on the speaker. So what you want to do, you want to hold it in 45-degree and rip off this tape right here. You don't need it. There's one more right here. Now these ones, they come up. This is the speaker right here. Lift it up 90 degrees. Lift it up. Now this speaker right here has an adhesive tape. You can just lift it up and pull it to one side, so you can let go of the motherboard. As you can see, how nice and clean is this one. So this is a good clean motherboard, I guess. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna work on this one right now. We can also use a toothbrush and clean the whole thing on the motherboard, on the bottom plate. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab a working towel. We're gonna grab 2 sheets of working towel. We're gonna set one on the bottom, and we're gonna use the screw. It's a regular flip screw, flip number 0. We're gonna remove the heatsink. No, it is yeah, it is 0. That was a double 0. This is a single 0. There's a spring right there. Remove every screw, and once you remove 3 of them, then you can just go ahead and lift up the CPU. Also, if you can see, there was a bad repasting on this one. You can see there was a bad repasting. Even the company didn't do a good job. It's all empty. Everything here is empty, so the paste was only in the middle. So it was actually causing an overheating problem right here. So we're gonna clean up this old thermal paste. use an alcohol. There we go. Now we're also gonna clean the heatsink, the CPU. Alright, now we're gonna grab a toothbrush and we're gonna brush off the motherboard. With an old toothbrush, you can start brushing it up and cleaning with a air can if you want. Alright, I'm gonna go clean up this one and I'll be back. Alright, there we go. Now we have a clean heatsink, clean motherboard. I just brushed it off with a compressed air. I clean it up both sides nicely with a toothbrush or any kind of static brush or an anti-static brush. Clean the fan, and now we are ready to repaste. And before we do a repaste, we're gonna pass one more dry pass on the CPU die. And we're gonna grab our thermal paste. I'm using an MX4 Arctic. So we're gonna do a tiny line over the CPU, just like that, in the middle. That way we're gonna get a evenly spread all over. All right, now we're gonna place the heatsink right on top. Don't lift it up once you put it down. And we're gonna cross stitch this one. So we're gonna hold this side so it doesn't lift up. We're just gonna do a little bit of there, and then we're gonna go back over. Just do a few turns, and do a few turns on this one. You don't want to tighten up all the way to the top one. Now you can go ahead and tighten all of them. All right, there we have it. It's in place. So let's go get the computer that I have cleaned up also. There we have it. Now to place this back in there, remember we gotta put it in this position. We gotta grab this one, this cable goes right inside there. It goes right over. It's a really tight space to work with. So we gotta put this jack right in the corner first, and then grab this one. Also, you can clean up the speakers, but I try not to touch those because with time passing they get really delicate. Just push down the jack with your finger. You can pull this jack up a little bit and place it in there. Now you can actually adjust the speaker right in there. Now you can put it back down. Once we have it down, we just want to put it again. Remember this one, I try to get this one through here, so in a 45-degree angle, get that through. Okay, the power battery jack is right in the way, so get that out. The flex cable for the LEDs. Now we can put it right there. Now as you push it down, you want to make sure all this flex cable stay on top. Just like that. I missed the backlight. Most people forget the backlight right there. So there we have it. Everything is back on, the jack and the rest. So first thing first, we want to start from this corner, put the 2 screws for the power jack. These are the long ones. Now you want to go ahead and slide this one right here. I'm going to show you guys how to. It's very important that you do it evenly. Grab it, make sure it's aligned, and then you want to just slide it evenly all the way in so all the pins go inside. And this is sponge right here, you can let it go to the other side. This is kind of lock, so it locks it down so it doesn't slip back out. And there we have it. Next, we're gonna put the fan right in place. Put the 3 screws for the fan. Put the speaker cable down in there, just push it down towards the motherboard. Slide this webcam cable, this is webcam, right there. Just push down on this flex cable, CD-ROM cable, hard drive cable, mouse trackpad, and this one is for the back. This light's right on the side, battery indicator. Make sure this jack has to be evenly on top, otherwise it will not go in. So if you don't know, just lift up in a corner, align it, just push it down. Put the fan for the fan jack. Alright, now you can put this tiny riser in here. Make sure you put it in a correct position. Put the tiny screw right on it. Now let's go ahead and put all the screws starting from this corner on top. Try not to tighten the screws, loosen them up a little bit, because the motherboard needs to work around a little bit. So there's a little bit of wiggling going on. So maybe you have to loosen up this one a little bit. You gotta push the motherboard a little bit upward. Once all the screws are in, just do a second pass. Now tighten up all of them. Pretty much we are done here. Now once we finished everything, the last thing, oh, I forgot the flex cable for the keyboard. This one is kind of complicated. What you wanna do, you wanna grab it, lift up this flap right here. You wanna slide it right underneath. Use a fingernail or it is kind of hassle putting this one in. You just need a little bit of patience and it will go in. No need to force it. You have to go evenly in. There we go. Once it's in, you want to make sure it's all the way in. I see that this side is in, but the other side is not. There we go. Now you can close the lock on top. So it has to be really evenly in, otherwise the keyboard is not gonna work. Or some keys might work, some might not. Put the backlight, close the lock on it. If you want, go ahead and put these things on it. I don't recommend you because there is no stickiness to it. It's just gonna go straight to the fan. So you can put a Kapton tape over this if you want to. And if you want to do, I will leave the link in the description. You can cut yourself a Kapton tape. It's meant for this kind of situations. And you can just put it over both sides. There. Doesn't look too pretty, but this tape is better than what they had in there. Alright, and the last thing is to put the fan in. To put the fan in is straight down, the way you pick it up, and it goes right in. Grab the bottom cover if you cleaned it. And I haven't cleaned it, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the bottom cover. Alright, I cleaned up as much as I could on the back plate, so it's kind of clean. I have a few spots left in there, but it's not too necessary to clean up too much. Alright, now we're gonna put it straight down, and we're gonna put the screws. Remember the screws how it went in? Again, we gotta switch to this one. The 3 long ones, 2 long at the back by the right in the middle, and the other one is far to the right side, and the tiny ones go all around it. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys liked it, click that thumbs up button, and if you have any questions, any requests, you know where to leave them. I really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. It really helps and motivates. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And that's how you do your service.